1982 Toyota Corolla. As you can see, this one's been modified slightly. It's sitting a little bit lower than standard on what I'm presuming to be replica Ferrari Mondial split wheels, but we will have a good look at them and put that in the description. It'd be very nice if they were real. Somehow I doubt it. Like I say, it would be very, very nice. They are in nice condition, as you can see. So this is the 1.8 SE model, obviously two-door. It's got quite a lovely interior with it. Just modified lightly. It's more of a sort of retro ride, I guess you would call it. It's a fairly recent South African import, hence it being dry and sort of rot-free. But we'll start by having a look at the bodywork. We'll detail everything in the description, what we've got in the way of sort of paperwork and where it's been and where it's come from and all that sort of stuff. But starting with this front driver's wing, so you can see that's all nice and clean along there. The arch itself, it's all lovely and clean. Looking down the side of the car, you can see nice and straight. Panel gaps and everything are good. Slight chip or slight scratch there in the arch. Going down that driver's side, the driver's door's all nice and clean as well. Along that sill, nothing scary there. It's not been jacked up wrong or smashed up a curb or anything. There's a few sort of scratches on the windows, whether they polish out or not. See around the edges, just slightly. And if we go up this pillar, it's nice and clean, but there is just a little bit appearing in the corner of the window that wants sorted before it gets any worse. Looks to me like it's been there a little while without any real issue. But again, for cleaning it and just touching that in, it'll make a big difference. On this rear quarter, all nice and clean going along there. Couple of little sort of what we call silicons in the paint there, which you can just see, but you have to get very close. This camera's filmed in 4K, or is filming in 4K. You can only just notice it. I mean, from here you can't see anything. Rear arch, all nice and clean. The wheels are, the polished lips and everything are lovely and clean on that there. They've not been sort of rammed up curbs or anything either. This rear bit of the valance, it's all nice. Slight mark in the paint just there. Next to the filler cap, and you've got a couple of cracks or bits of damage anyway in there. The car is quite dirty, to be fair. We've given it a quick clean. It could do with a proper detail. It would make a big difference on it. Taillights are nice and bright. No cracks or anything in those. I don't actually know where you'd get the taillights from a 80s Carolla anymore. Rear valance and everything is all nice. Spoiler's not dried out. It's not cracked or anything. It could do with a good clean like everything else, but it's in good condition. Around the rear screen, got a slight little bubble there. Other than that, all good. Heated rear screen as well. It's nice. There you go, looking down this side, nice and clean. Little valance on the rear quarter, that's all good. Another good arch, another good wheel. We do like those wheels, it looks really cool, I think. Going up this pillar, that's all nice and clean as well. Roof itself, it's not covered in dents or dents or anything like that, all good. Glass on this side's better. Rear glass and everything's good. It's just obviously where the windows have been going up and down. There's a slight mark down here, but nothing too major really. Again, like I said, it might polish out, I don't know. There is a sticker on this lock, which I'd say has been left on when they've painted the car for some reason. So that's staying unless you're going to paint the door, I would guess. Kind of goes with the look of the car. I don't hate it. It is what it is. Sill on this side, all nice and clean. As is that door going along. There's nothing to complain about there. A couple of little marks on the wing there. And this front arch. Again, all nice and clean. Another good wheel. Right, bonnet has a couple of silicons like we mentioned earlier on, but you've got to get really close. I mean, there's some proper sunlight on that and you can only just notice it. But it's worth pointing it out. Both front headlights nice and clear. Lower part of the bumper and everything's good. That's not been smashed into any curves or anything. So here and there, a couple of little marks and stuff like you'd expect from, what, 40-year-old car now. It is what it is to be expected. Now this interior for me is what makes the car. You've got a slightly modified car with a really cool interior. Guessing it's not standard. Someone will correct me, but I am guessing it's not standard. South Africa does turn out the odd cool thing like this quite often. But sort of like a tombstone style seat. With a sort of vinyl outside and a tartan check in a very dark blue on the inside. Lovely condition as well, really nice. I don't know where you get that fabric from. The rear, again, looks really good. Headlighting's nice. A couple little marks we could do with maybe a steam clean or something, but it's not sagging or anything like that. There's no rips or tears in it. Steering wheel's good. Just missing the badge from the centre. Other than that, it's all good. Now the dash is another modified part, so that's been flocked. But they've done a nice job of it. You see it somewhere where it's peeling off here, there and everywhere, but this one's fine. All the gauges are nice. So it's showing 309,000 kilometres. So it's about 180,000 miles. And again, we'll detail in the description what we've got in the way to back mileage and things up. It is worth pointing out there is a small crack in the windscreen there, you can just see it. But the car has recently been MOT'd, it was passed. So, seems to be alright. But ultimately, if you want to get rid of it, it's a new windscreen job. It's a place quite local to us actually that'll make you a heated windscreen for about 240 quid, I believe. Right, into the boot. So we've got the sort of original parcel shelf there. And then you've got this brown carpet. It's missing the cover for this piece of trim, so on this side it's covered in. It's missing that. And then under here, although it's dirty, it's lovely and solid. You've got the original wheel in there. But like I say, the boot floor all looks nice and solid. That's always a good sign. We'll have a look under the bonnet. You have to excuse the dodgy camera work while we get that open. And under here, inner wings and everything lovely and clean, as is the bulkhead. You can see right down the rails and everything, all good in there. Around the strut tops and everything, very good. It's part of the reason why you buy a South African car there. No salt, proper heat. Makes anybody wonder why you live over here in the freezing cold and salt constantly do. So the engine's also been sort of tidied up, if you like. It's been painted, the air cover's been, air cleaner box has been painted. Top of the engine's been painted white with a red stripe. Looks pretty good for me. Do you have the original stamp for your Toyota stuff there, and the VIN number all visible at the back, which is nice. Quite important on an import. You want to know it is what it says it is. So you see, starts on the button, lovely and quiet. Ticks over, very happy. We'll give it a little rev there because it does make quite a good noise, this thing. As you can see, it's not throwing smoke or anything out the back there. All nice and happy. There you have it. Toyota Carolla 1.8. Any questions, please get in touch.